Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird in New York City, lacto-vegetarian since 1970, showing you some yummy food that I eat. Amy's parents were satsangis, which means disciples of a perfect living master. And they were lacto-vegetarians, so when Amy was born, they created a food line called Amy's, and their food is so good. Their bean burritos, oh my God. I buy them from Dwayne Reed, they don't keep stock. You know, I go in there sometimes, they don't even have them. It's disheartening, so I buy the canned Amy's food. The chili's yummy. I put hot sauce on it. And the lentil soup is very good. It's rich. It got a lot of stuff in it, a lot of vegetables in it. And it's really good. I eat it with vegetarian chips. So I'm just sharing that with you. This is Michael Bublé, Adam. He was the first creature on Earth. He's self-created. Okay, and he cried out for help because he freaked out when he realized he was the only one. He birthed himself too soon before he became a human. And Eve heard his cry from heaven in the sun. And she couldn't stand it after a while. Sympathies arose. And she rode to Earth and to be with him, to rescue him, to keep him from his panic, loneliness. And they fell in love, even though he was very mean and very rough to her, because he was an ape and he wasn't King Arthur's Knight of the Round Table. You know, he wasn't into chivalry. That hadn't been invented yet. But anyhow, they fell in love. Here he's singing to Eve, who's loving you? You know, and he knows she needs love, and he's not loving her because he don't even know where she is. He just knows, he hopes she hears him singing to her. And he told her to create a sensation so he could locate her in the crowd of 8 million people. Okay, so what do we got here? Important. He said, "Stop eating my animals." That's the name of my book. Where's the book? There it is. Oh, groans, she groans. There it is. Okay, and this is on the cover of one of my books, but you can't see what it says. So let me tell you what it says. It says, "The Green Way to Healthy Living." Okay, that is a cookbook of recipes from indigenous cooks. Govinda Singh put it together for us, and it's wonderful, amazing. Okay, so I want to tell you about a video from the Fox News Insider site. Gutfeld, who's my husband in a past life, says left-wing mobs of angry losers attack civilians in Oregon. Antifa mob threatens motorists in Portland. It's horrible. I saw that video. It's terrible. These crazy leftists, they've turned violent. Of course, they get paid. What's the name? George Soros paid them, so they're just working, you know. They're working like mercenaries or somebody, you know. Now here, When I Fall in Love, I was going to, this is Adam's newest song on his album, Love. I was going to decode the whole thing, but I got stuck on when, the W, which is a butt and breast. You can see that, right? Butt and breast. Butt, breast. B, U, doubled, teat, T-E-A-T, teat. which is the same as the nipple on the breast. You go down here to breast. Is there more here? And then B energy. I O U double T. The older baby, the double T. Yeah, two teats. Yeah. Do you able to eat? Okay, so you can eat. Abel didn't want to stop the breastfeeding, and he was like this kid, and Eve was bleeding, her nipples were bleeding, and Cain freaked. He was very upset about it, and Cain felt sorry for his mother because Adam was so rough. He was an ape, he was an animal. And Cain was part animal, but he was part light from his mother. So he started to love his mother, and completely. And Adam got wind of it and freaked out and almost broke his arms, or he did break both his arms. And he beat and raped Eve until she had to run away. She ran away. So that's how the garden got broken up. Okay, so breast. Be her, R for her, energy. A saint, ST for saint. Talk and share. T and S for talk and share. Be her energy, a saint. Talk and share. Okay, that's one way to look at it. Oops. And then down here it says breast. Be her energy, a saint, teat, and suck. T for teat, S for suck. So, both ways work. Okay, so that's breastfeeding is the most important thing you can do for your baby once the baby's born. I guess a lot of people know that. There's been so much publicity about it. I want to keep the camera on this because all my videos come up with my finger pointing to a word, and I'd like to have some pictures of my videos. So maybe if I keep the camera on the soup and chili and Adam, that's what will come up. We shall see. So Adam sings, "When I fall in love, it will be forever." Okay, forever. Feel, order, her, Eve, energy, her. Feel, her, order. Feel, energy, enter, will. Her, Eve, energy. So in other words, forever is Eve energy. For Eve energy, her. Okay, so he's saying when I fall in love, it will be for Eve. Because Eve is her order. Fill her order. Okay. I guess she wants him to fall in love with her. So Eve energy, Evangeline Adams, Madam. I did this already. I must have done it on another page. Alright, let me continue. Mild Red Songbird. Adam's Madam is Mild Red Songbird. Adam sings, "When I fall in love, it will be for Eve, her." Govinda Singh is telling us. We already fell in love. Oh, I started this. I didn't finish it. Right. You'll sing in song after all. Way back when we started, there was a part of me that knew one day there'd be heartache, and I would lure myself to you. I can walk all night in the sun, a sleepless night, thinking of you. To walk all night, that's when I was homeless, walking all night across 34th Street. I absolutely did this before, I remember. Okay, so when I fall in love, it will be forever. You're going backwards. Back before you met Eve. Back before you first fell in love with Eve completely. Forever. Okay, Eve. One way. Energy vibrating to the frequency of my heartbeat. We're in sync. Synchronicity, German, is a concept. First, synchronicity, introduced by analytical psychologist Carl Jung, now Dr. Jordan Peterson. He was Eve's husband when he was Dr. Jung. He was Eve and Jesse Peterson's Newsmax TV brother when St. Peter was her father. St. Peter's retired Lieutenant General John Hopper, also General Douglas MacArthur, was their father. Synchronicity holds that events. I did this. I absolutely did this. Let me go on to something else. I remember doing this. Breakfast at St. Francis. St. Francis 3. 2. Bill Leader. Eve said, "You know, Bill, you're not just St. Philip, Jesus Christ's disciple, and one of King Arthur's." Let me show you Bill. Here it is. Okay. That's Bill. That's who I'm talking to. One of King Arthur's sing bird songs, Knights of the Round Table. "You're one of my guardian angels from heaven." "I'll take that," said Bill. "I'm softening up on Trump, Edna," said Pythagoras, Peter. Finally, after months of arguing with him, telling him all the great things Trump, Jesus Christ, 10th Sikh Guru Gobind Singh Ji has been doing, making America great again, he's coming around to her. Eve says, "Trump's made unemployment for black people and Hispanics the lowest it's ever been." Edna, the chef waitress, came to the table. "Do you have Cheerios, Edna?" Edna said with slight irritation in her voice, as always, "I have Raisin Bran and mini wheat." Okay, wheat. While her he eat, talk and share. Cares being aired. Right. Albert Einstein, I read, mild red. Albert Einstein, I read, mild red. Will read, I guess that says. I listen to truth tellers. Tucker Carlson. It was my son. Eve's son, Fox News, Mark Levine, CRTV. Oh, these are the truth tellers I listen to, right. Mark Levine was my husband when he was John Adams' president.